Is SCHD really a core dividend ETF? Or is it simply popular because everyone is talking about it? That's the question we're going to explore today. Many investors face the same dilemma. They want reliable income from dividends, but they also want competitive long-term growth. Can a single ETF balance both goals effectively? To answer this, we will use my 4-step ETF evaluation framework, breaking down SCHD's fund composition, performance, costs, and liquidity. By the end, we will have a clear, evidence-based perspective on whether SCHD deserves a place in a long-term portfolio. Hi, I'm Dr. Z. I'm a university professor and a long-term investor. I created this channel to share what I know, what I have learned, and what I'm still learning, so you can make better financial decisions. When we talk about a dividend ETF like SCHD, the key question is, what problem are they really trying to solve? Many investors are looking for a mix of reliable income, lower volatility, and quality companies. Dividends are attractive because they provide tangible cash flow and can be a signal of financial health. Companies that consistently pay and grow dividends often have strong balance sheets and disciplined management. For example, SCHD's underlying index focuses on companies with a history of at least 10 years of dividend payments. But here is where misconceptions creep in. A lot of investors assume that a higher dividend automatically means a better investment. In reality, chasing yield without considering the quality of the companies or the stability of their dividends can be risky. Some high-yield ETFs include firms with weaker fundamentals, which can hurt total returns over time. So the real question we need to answer is, does focusing on dividends actually improve risk adjustment returns? Or are we trading off growth and stability for a higher payout? To answer this properly, we need to look closely at SCHD's portfolio, performance, costs, and liquidity. Now, let's evaluate SCHD using my 4-step framework. Step 1. Let's begin by examining SCHD's exposure and fund composition. SCHD tracks the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index, which selects 100 US listed stocks with a minimum 10-year streak of consecutive dividend payments. But it doesn't stop there. The index applies several quality and sustainability features, including cash flow to debt ratio, return on equity, dividend growth rate, and indicated yield, while also requiring a minimum market capitalization of $500 million and a 30-day average daily trading volume over 2 million shares. REITs are excluded, and the portfolio is weighted by market capitalization with limits of 4% per stock and 25% per sector, rebalanced annually. These rules are designed to ensure ETF emphasizes high-quality, financially healthy companies, not just the highest yields. Looking at the sector allocation, SCHD is tilted towards energy, consumer defensive, and healthcare, with smaller allocations to industries, consumer cyclicals, technology, financial services, communication, basic material, and utilities. This mix reflects the sectors that consistently generate reliable dividends while limiting exposure to more volatile sectors. Examining top holdings, the top 10 companies accounts for about 42% of the fund, including names like Lockheed Martin, Texas Instruments, Chevron, and Verizon. This provides concentration in quality leaders, but still maintains broad enough diversification to avoid over-reliance on any single stock. SCHD also exhibits subtle factor tilts towards value and quality, favoring firms with strong profitability, stable earnings, and sustainable dividends. These tilts help improve risk adjustment returns, particularly in market environments where growth-focused stocks may experience higher volatility. As a quick reminder, if you like a more detailed walkthrough of how to analyze ETFs systematically, check out my previous video, How to Evaluate an ETF, where I explain this 4-step evaluation framework in depth. Now, understanding the composition sets the stage for evaluating performance and benchmarks, which we will cover next. Now, let's take a closer look at SCHD's performance and benchmarks. So we can see how this ETF really behaves compared to a broader market and other dividend-focused funds. Over the past 10 years, SCHD has delivered an annualized return of 12.7%, just above the category average of 11.7%. Look at the shorter periods, the 5-year return is 10.9% versus 12.6% for the category, and the 3-year return is 9.1% versus 13.5%. Year over year, we can see SCHD tends to smooth out the ups and downs. For example, in 2020, it returned 15%, well above the category, an average of 2.9%. While in 2022, it only dipped 3.2% compared to 5.9% for the category. SCHD delivers competitive yields with fairly consistent returns. This highlights the classic trade-off in dividend investing: yield versus stability. SCHD leans towards quality and reliability rather than chasing the very highest payout. When it comes to volatility, SCHD is generally in line with its peers. Its standard deviation, which measures how much returns swing around the average, is around 14 to 15%, with a 10-year figure of 14.96% versus the category average of 15.38%. Over a short period, SCHD volatility is also close to its peers. This tells that SCHD is generally in line with the category averages, providing a relatively stable exposure without excessive swings. Looking at the risk adjustment performance, the Sharpe ratio over 10 years is 0.72. In plain language, this means SCHD has historically given investors a good return for the risk they have taken, which is especially important in turbulent markets. And don't forget the dividends themselves. SCHD has delivered an approximate 5-year dividend growth rate of 6.25% per year, reflecting the ETF's focus on companies with a history of consistent and increasing payouts. This demonstrates that SCHD isn't just about yield. It emphasizes holdings that grow dividends over time, reinforcing both income and long-term reliability for investors. Taken together, these numbers suggest that SCHD might not always beat the competition on absolute returns every year, but it offers a steady risk adjustment path for long-term investors seeking income and quality exposure. Now, step 3. Let's examine holding costs and expense ratios, which are crucial for long-term investors because even small differences can compound significantly over time. SCHD's expense ratio is 0.06%, which is extremely low. In addition to expense ratio, turnover is an important factor. SCHD's annual turnover is relatively modest, which helps minimizing trading costs and capital gains distributions. Lower turnover also supports tax efficiency because fewer transactions mean fewer taxable events for investors, holding the ETF in taxable accounts. Overall, SCHD's low cost and thoughtful portfolio management mean that investors can focus on the compounding power of dividends and total returns. Finally, let's talk about liquidity and trading volume, which basically tells us how easy it is to buy or sell SCHD shares without affecting the price too much. SCHD manages about $78.4 billion in assets, making it one of the larger dividend-focused ETFs. That's important because a big fund generally signals stability. It's less likely to have sudden swings just because someone buys or sells a larger position. On a daily basis, SCHD trades over 20 million shares on average, which is quite high. High trading volume means if you want to buy or sell, you can usually do so quickly. For investors of different sizes, this is reassuring. Whether you are adding a few $1,000s to your portfolio or managing millions, you can expect smooth execution without pushing the price around. So, in short, SCHD's liquidity and trading characteristics make it a practical choice for both individual investors and institutions, supporting its role as a core dividend ETF in a long-term portfolio. Now that we have covered SCHD's composition, performance, costs, and liquidity, let's talk about a couple of risks to keep in mind. First, market and factor cyclicality. SCHD leans towards value and quality stocks, which usually deliver steady returns over long term. But there will be times, for example, during strong economic expansions or when growth stocks are in favor, when SCHD might lag behind the broader market. This is just part of how a value-focused dividend ETF behaves, and it doesn't mean the fund is underperforming in a structural sense. The other key risk is the interest rate sensitivity. Dividend-paying stocks can be affected when interest rates rise because bonds start to look more attractive. Certain sectors like utilities or consumer staples can feel that pressure more than others. So what does this all mean for SCHD? And who should consider it? SCHD is a good fit for long-term investors looking for reliable income and exposure to quality U.S. companies. If you care about consistent dividends, moderate volatility, and evidence-based approach, this ETF can serve as a core holding in the income portion of your portfolio. On the flip side, SCHD might not be ideal if you are chasing the very highest yields, seeking aggressive growth, or want a completely sector-neutral allocation. There will be times when growth stocks outperform, and that's normal. It doesn't mean that the fund isn't doing what it's designed to do. In terms of portfolio role, think of SCHD as a steady, reliable, core dividend ETF. It complements other equity holdings and it can anchor the income side of your portfolio, providing a consistent stream of dividends while focusing on companies with strong financials. In short, SCHD offers a balanced combination of income, quality, and stability. It rewards patient, informed investors who focus on long-term results rather than chasing short-term performance or the flashiest yield. If you found this analysis helpful, I would love to hear your thoughts. How do you approach dividend ETFs in your portfolio? What factors are most important to you when evaluating a fund like SCHD? If you want a deeper look at how I evaluate ETFs step by step, be sure to check out my previous video, How to Evaluate an ETF. It goes into the methodology I use for analyzing funds in a structured, evidence-based way. If you haven't already, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Let's together make better financial decisions.